first question, how are you feeling going into the coming school year? How are things looking?
We're feeling great coming into the school year. I always measure my years by the start of school, and so really excited to kick off this new school year and showcase a lot of new great things within our school district. Our Board of Education reinvested back into our neighborhood schools, so all of our neighborhood schools will realize lower pupil to teacher ratios, so smaller class sizes for our students, which is something we're really excited about after many years of raising class sizes. We're also excited that elementary instrumental music will come back to our elementary neighborhood schools. That's something that had been cut several years ago in tough budget discussions, and we continue to hear from families and students how they really want instrumental music back in their elementary schools, and so that will be available for our students this year, which we're really excited about.
Are there any policy changes that parents should be aware of going into this school year? Anything they should know when they drop their kid off at school?
One of the things we're really excited about this year, we worked in collaboration with the Alaska State Troopers, the DA's office, and the Department of Juvenile Justice about reworking our threat assessment plan for the district. And so really, that's a plan to ensure that we're providing students with support to try to minimize any kind of dangerous behaviors within our schools. And so the district has had a threat assessment plan and procedure in the past, but hasn't had things in place specifically with law enforcement, DJJ, and the DA's office. And so this is something that we've been working on over the last year. The DA's office actually brought this to us. He saw a model out of San Diego that we've based our new model on that really creates this support system with many different community partners to ensure that we're all communicating, sharing information, and making sure that students have the support they need so that violent acts don't happen within our schools.
What could that mean for students, teachers on a day-to-day level? Will they see any change in their day-to-day life?
Yeah, so there will be some changes in terms of ways that they report different things happening in the school. Really, we want to make sure that we're proactive in providing supports to students. So it's really if you see something, say something so that we can make sure that we respond proactively to ensure that students have the support they need and so that nothing dangerous happens within our schools.
Back to school supplies. What sort of resources are available for parents who might have trouble paying for their children's back to school supplies?
I'm glad you asked that question. Our Student Support Services Department at the district office has a number of school supplies that they can help students with. And so if you're a family in need that doesn't have the right supplies for your students for this school year, please reach out to them. You can find their information on our website or contacting the superintendent's office. We can get you in touch with them. Schools also have some school supplies to help support families with as well. And so we want to make sure every student is prepared as they come into the classroom. And then I know we've had amazing community partnerships and programs that are happening this summer and supporting students around the district. I know last weekend was the world's greatest backpack giveaway, and I heard over 800 backpacks with school supplies were given away. And I think there's a number of other backpack giveaways coming up before school starts. And so be on the lookout for that. We want to make sure every student has what they need to be successful. And whether that's us here within the school district providing those supplies or partnering with a community, we'll make sure your student has what they need.
What can parents do to optimize their children's success in the Fairbanks North Suburb School District?
That's something that we've worked hard on over the last couple of years and will continue to do. One of our pillars is partnering with our communities and partnering with our families. The last couple of years, we've had some parent conferences to help them support their students either in reading proficiencies or math proficiencies, really at that elementary level. Oftentimes, parents really want to help their students succeed in school, but they don't know necessarily how to help them when it comes down to the curriculum or specifics in math, for instance. And so that's something as a district that we'll continue to lean into. We'll have a number of opportunities for families this year to meet with our teaching and learning team, to meet with teachers around the district and how to best support their student. I would also direct them back to their classroom teacher. Usually their classroom teacher is the best support for their individual student, and so they know what they're working on in the classroom at that time, and our teachers are experts at giving families and parents ideas about how they might help their student at home.
Are there any events coming up for students, parents, community members in advance of back to school season?
Not yet. We're going to kick back to school off. A number of our schools have back to school nights or ice cream socials, so we want to make sure that schools have that opportunity to build relationships with their families to kick off the school year. And then once school gets going, we'll release the schedule in terms of different opportunities to engage at the district level with our families.
Is there anything else that you think parents, families should know about going into the coming school year?
We're just really excited to have your students back. The summer gets long not seeing your students. We have a great teaching staff and great schools here in the district, and they are ready and eager to see your students. So we can't wait to see your students come next Tuesday. Also, if you haven't enrolled or re-registered with us, there's still time to do so. We never cut that off. So if you're outside of our school district and you're seeing the amazing things that are happening in our school, I would encourage you to reach out to your neighborhood school and we can enroll you today.